We are now officially on the clock. We have 5 weeks until Lightfall actually drops, and we need to start preparing now. Well, I say we, basically you guys watching the video, because we've already started. And in this video, I'm just going to go over a couple of things that we're going to be doing to prep for Lightfall, and I would encourage you guys to obviously do the same. First one that shouldn't come as a surprise is your vaults. You need to clear these out. So much like the video I'm linking up above with the eye icon, I cleared my vault out, which had basically 600 items in it, and it's now down to 322. I now have 278 slots for weapons or armor pieces when Lightfall rolls around, which is going to be very helpful, especially because we're getting a lot of new weapons and exotics through the seasons as well. And to help you with this, I would also encourage that you use this website known as Destiny Recipes, because if you log into this website, there is a vault cleaner tool, and this will show you every single weapon in your vault. So if you've got duplicates, they'll show up next to each other, and then you can also select if you want the best PvE, PvP, or any kind of roles like that. You can even trash all of them if you really want to, which I encourage you to do if you don't use the weapons anymore. The second thing we're doing, which really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, is we are bounty hoarding, and I'm going to go over the bounties that we're specifically hoarding, because there are certain ones you should keep an eye out for because they'll give you drastically more XP. Obviously, I'm talking about weekly bounties, but this is going over specifically which ones you should be looking out for. So if you head over to Destiny Recipes again, you can go onto the pre-seasonal checklist, which is incredibly helpful for preparing for the next season. But just for the relevance of this point, I'm going on to show bounties because this is what I want to look at. And you can see at the top, there are a bunch of bounties that you can do that give you 12,000 XP, and these are the ones we're looking out for. So as a general rule of thumb, you should probably just look out to getting all of the weekly bounties that you can. So literally from the Star Horse bounties all the way over to the Ascendant Challenges and the Cosmodrome bounties, they're all going to be worth a lot of XP. If you do have 3 characters, you can try and do them on all 3. I think I will try to do them on the Titan at the very least. I've kind of neglected the Warlock, but I don't know, maybe I'll level it up, we'll see. But there's also one tip I do want to give you in terms of bounties as well when it comes to the weekly ones. So the Ascendant Challenge bounty. Now, what you might not know is that this is a rolling bounty for 6 weeks. And what I mean by that is there are 6 different weekly bounties that you can get from Petra, basically doing this. Which means just on these 6 weeks of bounties alone, you could easily end up getting 72,000 experience straight off the bat, which I think is basically a level, because I'm pretty sure that 100k per level is the kind of norm to start with the XP bar. Point number 3, which I'm probably going to work on at some point this week because I do need to get them, is basically any of the miscellaneous activities that I missed out that will give you Bright Dust. I'm going to be honest, this is more of an optional thing. It is literally, if you don't want to end up missing out, it's a good idea just to have like a good stack of Bright Dust. Me having 6,000 isn't really a lot, but if you go through all your seasonal challenges and literally just pick out the ones that you need to do for Bright Dust, so I've got things to do like Down to Size, which is fairly easy, Glaive, Trace Rifle, and Lady Fusion kills. If you target these ones, you'll generally have a nice stack of Bright Dust to go through to the next season with. Not to mention, if you do actually do 72 challenges, you will get a large pile of Bright Dust, which I think off the top of my head was 3,000. I could be wrong though. Moving over to point 4 is the resources, and Destiny Recipes has a very nice track gives for you to keep an eye on this. So as a general rule of thumb, legendary shards, upgrade modules, ascendant shards, enhancement prisms, and enhancement cores are what you're looking out for, because now we don't have the planetary materials, which is really nice to say because it takes something out of what you need to grind for, and it really just allows you to focus on these 5. And the reason I'm saying this now is because as of this video going up, we have until Tuesday to take advantage of the double Nightfall rewards, which does include Ascendant Shards, Enhancement Prisms, and Enhancement Cores. Which is why I highly encourage everyone just to grind the Nightfalls, because it's Arcadian Valley this week. It's probably one of the easier ones of the entire set of Nightfalls that you can do. And another 2 tips that I would encourage every player to do is make sure you have the Lesser Core Harvest or the Greater Core Harvest on your Ghost, because either of these will give you Enhancement Cores or Prisms every time you defeat a boss in a Nightfall. So whilst you're running these, you'll have an extra chance to get even more. And then, because I know you have an absolute ton of these, remember to use your Finest Matter Weaves. You don't have to use them all the time, but every time you do, you'll get an extra Enhancement Core, which is always helpful. That's pretty much at the end of the video. It was just more or less a PSA to everyone to grind up for Lightfall, because it's not that far away anymore, and it does seem to be coming around the corner rather quickly. But that's everything from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.